So we're going to do a little talking today about personal styling, how we kind of perceive fashion, style, the things that we have been awkward about in our lives. We're just going to give you a little insight about us. We do need something. We need to hit power button. Hello. Nah. Okay. Hi, my name is Tamala, and welcome back. So today, I decided to bring Amanda on camera. I talk a lot to her. She's usually behind the scenes. She's dying when I told her she's going to be on camera, but here we are. So, you want to say hello to everybody?
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Tam, for letting me be a part of this.
This is going to be great.
It's going to be great.
Good.
Okay, so my first question for you, I guess from like an outside standpoint, what is your favorite part about personal styling?
My favorite part is when a person, woman, man, that I style truly is happy with it. You know, like the end result for stylists is usually the client being happy. A lot of times my clients, they're very grateful that I was helping them through whatever process it was, whether it was trying to find a new wardrobe. They're very excited about it. And that is the fulfillment that I get from being a personal stylist. Yes, I love all the fashion, all the clothes. Those are things that are great. But besides that, being a personal stylist, you are working with someone personally. So being there and watching them be fulfilled in whatever I can bring to them, if that makes sense.
I guess kind of going alongside that question, what's been like the most difficult part of being a personal stylist in your career so far?
Buying everything I see. No, I think the most difficult part is having people understand what we do. So I think that is the most difficult part. What I mean by that is, I think a lot of times, you know, it's like, oh, we're not affordable, or what value do we bring? There's multiple things that I could probably say. That is the part that's the worst for me, though. Not trying to explain what I do if you don't have a clear understanding of what a personal stylist does.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't just, pick a shirt and say, put this on. Like I talked to Sam earlier, I'm explaining why. I'm teaching you why. I'm really getting into your closets, into your style, trying to help you understand why these are better choices when you want to elevate your wardrobe. So I think that's the most difficult part, people not understanding what we actually do, and then the shopping part. I think because we're out here all the time, we get to see all the fashions. One of the most difficult things.
Yeah. Kind of similar, but like, what is the biggest, I don't want to say misunderstanding, but something that people don't really like get when it comes to a personal stylist or like the services that you offer? Like, what do you get misconstrued as, if anything?
Oh, sometimes people think like we only dress celebrities or something like that. Like we only dress celebrities, or we only dress people with bigger budgets. So I think that's the part that people like kind of don't understand. Like, no, now listen, if you have $100 budget, just ask me one quick question. But if you want to curate a new wardrobe, if you want to step into someone that you know that you're moving towards, or elevating your look, or just wanting a change, that's something that you can talk to us about. We don't work with just celebrities. We don't, I'm not a wardrobe stylist per se. I do wardrobe editing, which I come into your closets and I can tell you, let's go through, get rid of things that are not bringing us joy, value, or who we're becoming. But besides that, no, we work with everyday people.
Yeah, I love that. So if somebody were to want to start that personal stylist like relationship or something to add to, their closet, what would you recommend be their first step?
I don't know, say hi. I don't know. I feel like, we're on social. We have our platform here, Somerset Collection, which is the personal stylist team. There's multiple ways to reach out. DMs, people do that a lot with me, DMs. Just reach out. Let's have a 15-minute conversation, and then you'll know after 15 minutes if this is something that you want to do. I offer that. There is no charge for a 15-minute conversation with me.
Yeah.
There is a charge for a 2-hour conversation with me. But 15 minutes? No, I have 15 minutes.
Yeah. I love that. kind of going back to our first question or opener, when it comes to personal styling, you know, we're always in the center and we're always looking at what is coming and kind of what's trending. We're like the first to see the trends of the season. I feel like, I don't know if you share the same experience, but kind of going along like your personal style, like I guess it's kind of hard to see trends that you're like, oh, I would love to wear that, but it's like not something that looks good on me that I know. Like, how would I kind of go around that and still include some sort of trend that I feel comfortable in?
Insert. She knows what to include in her wardrobe. She's just asking for a general question. So I definitely think sometimes people. First of all, I'm not really like a trend girl unless it's something that's going to stay in my closet. I'm not going to buy a baby blue bag because that's the color of the season.
Right.
If I know I'm not going to get multiple wears out of this.
Yeah.
I don't buy a $400, $500 bag, even $100 bag for one look.
Yeah.
So I think for me, I kind of know my style, but it took me a minute to get here.
Yeah.
Like, stylists are not, I mean, some of us are just born. You know, I quickly had a conversation with my cousin the other day, and he's a wardrobe stylist in Atlanta, and he was saying, we were talking about each other as kids growing up, like how he's younger than me, but we were talking about not that much, let him tell it. I mean, he'll say he's years younger. But no, we used to babysit him, but I was thinking about his style, and you were always very meticulous. Like, things were neat, iron, even if it was expensive, if it wasn't expensive, right? Same for me. I really wasn't into like design. Like, my sister more had like designer labels and stuff. Like, Nautica was in. She was gonna wear Nautica. Like, I think I had a Pelly Pale jacket, but I really feel like I just let everybody else wear it because it was like oversized. I literally did not wear labels like that. I literally just
You wore what you liked.
I did, and I kind of made it work.
Yeah, I love that.
And that's something too that we should probably talk about. Like, you know, when you're younger and you're trying to figure out your style, that doesn't really happen. It can happen when you're younger, but I guarantee you're going to change it when you get older.
Yes.
Like, Amanda and I were just having a conversation. Like, for me, if we're going to transition into like style and what that actually means, it's like, for me, I was always tall and skinny. So they called it lanky back in the day. Tall and lanky. Like, your arms are long, your legs are long. And, you know, those were some of the things that I was not maybe most comfortable with. But as you get older, you know, I started learning tips and tricks to not necessarily hide it, but what worked for me.
Yeah.
So what that meant was me possibly, you know, learning, like, everything had to be let out when I was younger. Like, my pants, we're letting them out. Blazer jackets. Like, back then I would never, a jacket that hits like right here was never a thing, right? But now it's like, okay, you do things like you push your sleeves up and then I'm not bothered by it.
Right.
Nothing is getting altered in my closet. So even with me being tall, like I told Amanda earlier, there are minimum two types of tall people. One with a longer torso where they can wear a 32-inch inseam pants. Or people like me. I have a shorter torso, so my pants length is 34 where I'm comfortable at. That is an insert for the people in the brands to start making longer pants for tall girls with shorter torsos. I can't wear a 32-inch. I digress. But when we were talking about it earlier, you know, it's always like when we're working with clients, those are things that we have to ask. Like, what do you think your best asset is, or what are you not most comfortable with?
Yeah, and I feel like it takes a while to figure out.
Absolutely.
And especially if you're starting that journey of like recreating your style or just evolving in and of itself.
Correct.
But I feel like once you get there and you kind of figure that out, then you look at these trends, kind of going back to trends or just styling in general in terms of seasons. I feel like you start to look at things and be like, oh, I wouldn't look good in that. Let's figure out.
We know immediately, like, we're in the stores, like, oh, that would look cute for X, Y, and Z. Or if I pick up something, I'm like, Amanda, this is totally your style.
Yeah.
Because you kind of learn yourself. Like you said, you evolve into a look or a season or just a style that you're comfortable with. Like I'm actually comfortable in the things that I wear.
Yeah.
And that's important. You know, I think a lot of times people forget that part. Like, what are you comfortable in? If you don't like this one earlier, she said she has to stand in her fingertips is where her skirts has to be. Oh, and she's wearing tights. You will never see her knees. Which I was like, wait, repeat that. Which I get it, you know. People are not happy with certain parts of their body, or maybe are not fond of them. I'm not going to say not happy, but maybe you're not fond of. And you learn how to work around it. And those are things that a stylist can help you understand and, you know, help you figure out tips and tricks on how to cover it and still look elevated and stylish. So I think that is part of it.
Yeah. And I think that's the hardest part is getting there and figuring it out because everybody is so different and that's the beauty of fashion in a way and styling specifically. Like you and I could wear the same outfit, but it's going to look completely different on both of us. And like, I feel like that's so fun because that creates your individuality.
I love it.
In terms of what you're wearing and how you're presenting yourself.
I do. I think sometimes people overthink things as well. Like I feel like for us, like even today, I was like, oh yeah, you're getting on camera. And she was just like, oh, this was really supposed to happen yesterday. But we were so busy here yesterday with clients. And so I just think it's important that you understand, you know, who you're evolving into. But I think it's also important to stop overthinking everything. I was listening to a podcast earlier. If you want to learn how to do your makeup, hire a makeup artist to teach you how to do your makeup. You want to learn how to elevate your fashion and your clothes, timeless, effortless, hire a stylist. If you want to learn how to, I don't know, paint, you will go to a paint. We can all YouTube University this, right? But if you want to know personally for yourself, this is called self. This is personal. Then you hire someone to teach you.
Yeah.
You know, I can do a class and teach a bunch of women and do it all the time. But are you going to get that one-on-one? That's the thing. I actually enjoy being a personal stylist. Okay, I eat, breathe, and think fashion and beauty. So anything surrounding that. I actually like when people come up to me and talk to me. Yeah.
Oh, I agree. I feel like that's also like a conversation is the best way to obviously get to know anybody is just it's just that starting point. And I feel like also when you're in conversation with somebody, that's where you start to realize, oh, okay, maybe I do like this certain thing and I like this more than this certain thing. And then again it starts to evolve into this whole new conversation and you figure out things you didn't know before.
Literally. I'm having conversations on social media all the time. I think like sometimes, again, everything is not for everybody. I'm just going to keep scrolling. I'm not going to, or if I don't like a look or jacket, this jacket may be for Amanda. I'm not going to be like, well, maybe I will say, I couldn't wear that. You look good in it. Did you see how I just said that? I think a lot of times people, again, don't understand or have a misconception of what we actually do.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm here to help ladies. That's what my job is. I actually enjoy being a personal stylist. I enjoy roaming through the stores and things like that.
Yeah, and you can tell.
Can you tell?
Absolutely, you can tell. Yes.
Why? Because I'm always like, look, Amanda.
We're sending each other links.
She's the worst, though. She's like, because they get the links first. Like, if I'm not here and I'm at the beauty bar, I'm still getting the links. So now I'm trying to figure out how to text back and do a client and all the things. But it works. No, we actually thoroughly enjoy. If you guys, of course, if you want to see more, you can pop over to our Instagram. We do have, I'll tag mine and I'll tag the personal styling team so you can see all of us and what we do and how we have an amazing space that we work out of, which is great for me. But again, I definitely want to be here for the people. We can show you the trends. We kind of know before sometimes, even if we're just watching the runway shows in our suite. A lot of times people don't have time for that. We do. We go to the stores and we have product knowledge with the the actual stores, and they educate us on what's coming out, what's in the stores, and just how we can help, get you guys to see what they have, or put their products in front of you guys. Maybe I should say it that way. Put their products in front of you guys, just so you guys can see. I do a lot, which is great. I have a platform where I can be free, if that makes sense. So if you want more and you like conversations like this, go ahead and subscribe and join me, and then I'll make Amanda do more videos with me.
This was actually really fun. So thank you.
I know, I torture her. You don't even understand the torture that she gets around. But if you want more conversations like this, again, subscribe, drop all your questions below, and thanks for joining me. Okay, so I decided first, hi, my name is Tam. My name is Tamala, that's not my name.